Joe.
Samantha.
Where are we headed?
This way.
To get?
A mower.
Woo!
Remower.
Come along with us.
Free.
We're headed to Knoxland's Equipment. They are a Bad Boy dealer. I think new. Did they just start selling like this year?
Or this year?
Last year, this year?
I think last year, because it was when I started to kind of like, hey, what are these Bad Boy mowers all about?
But they're a local company, family company, generations of the Jones family. And we are going to go check out this Revolt and bring you along with us.
Those are pretty stout looking tractors, that second one in there.
Let's see what other goodies they have here.
Hey, they sell LS now? Since when?
Harvey's friends are here. He's gone. Find anything good there, Joe?
Yeah. It's got 18 hours on it.
Wow.
Like new.
Like new. Look at this bad boy. That's
Good.
why I want a bad boy.
I like that they, that'll fold right up out of the way, so because that's what I was worried about. I'm like, man, I'm not going to demo with a chute on.
All right, let's go find Mike and check this thing out.
All right.
One thing about demoing and coming to Knoxland's is my niece.
They let just about anybody work here, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Say hi to YouTube, Adrian.
Hi.
How do you like your job here, Adrian?
It's good. I like it. What's up?
We're gonna talk to Mike, but I had to get you on video. Okay, I'll leave
My
you.
tomato paste.
All right, so here's the Bad Boy itself. We're at Knoxland. Thank you, Mike, for letting us demo this. We're gonna go see what we can do. Try to keep it in one piece for him.
And I told the viewers that this has generations, family-run business. What do you sell here?
We sell Bad Boy mowers, of course.
Yes.
And we do Ferris commercial mowers, Red Max blowers and trimmers, as well as Husqvarna chainsaws, Mahindra tractors, and just took on LS trucks.
I would say I see some blue behind you.
We've got blue. All we need is white, and we'd be real patriotic.
And I did see inside the Crest in Milwaukee now as well. Right?
Yeah. Well, very cool. Any advice before we take this bad boy out?
Keep it on four wheels.
Is that to us or to Harvey?
He's seen my right video, hasn't he?
Well, all right, guys. We're going to take this Revolt and see what she can do. Harvey, you're not allowed to touch this one.
Don't even look at it.
Pretty fast, he said.
What if you take this pin out and just send that
It
forward?
still can only go.
Harvey's
there.
already trying to
It
see
stops right there.
how to make it go as fast as possible.
That was fast.
Yeah.
That was as fast as that. I bet these have at least the same pumps, or these might be even bigger. So this must be faster than like Doc's 54. It must have bigger motor, bigger pumps.
Well, all I have to say is I'm kind of excited. I like seeing the 2 orange mowers in this trailer.
I'd like to see 3 orange mowers in this trailer.
Oh, yeah.
So
They're making funny.
Funny?
They're making funny of me.
Yeah, we're making funny of you.
Because I say the wrong things all the time. But I do want to say before we get going, I never wear
that a
almost
61?
anything but pool and property. I just got myself purchased a Knoxland Equipment sweatshirt. I figured it's the least we can do for a big thanks to Knoxland Equipment. And Harvey complained that I didn't buy him one.
She will.
Go figure.
How many likes on this video to buy me a Knoxville?
Oh my God, we're not doing this every video.
Like 40 likes.
100 likes.
No, 40.
100 likes, and I'll buy you a Knoxland sweatshirt. I am not doing this every single time though.
Wait, 100 likes and I'll buy this Revolt.
100 likes and you'll buy the Revolt.
And I get a sweatshirt.
I was saying a sweatshirt. These boys. Okay, I haven't even driven the Revolt. Joe hasn't even finished mowing to tell me what he thinks, and I want it. When your smile is like
I would buy this yesterday.
yesterday.
Been on it for all of 15 minutes, and I already like it more than the Dixie and the Wright that we currently have as a stand-on.
Like hands
already,
down
hands
or
down.
like comparable?
No, like hands down already. It's as fast or faster than the Maverick, and it just laid down stripes. Like this is what's been putting those stripes on it the whole time. Like
No, and the only reason I asked like comparable or whatever is like when we got the Maverick, we felt it was pretty apples to apples to our Toro.
yeah.
So this is like,
Well, and I'm going off from our current stand-on mowers we own.
right.
We've owned other Wrights. We currently own a Wright and we own a Dixie. The Dixie's blown up, but I definitely ran
Right,
it.
but we used it until we didn't.
So, I mean, as excited I was about the Maverick for everything
I say, I think you look
build-wise,
more excited about this than the Maverick.
this would be my main mower tomorrow after 15. Like, I thought it was going to be like, oh, get used to the controls or whatever.
Heck no.
Like, just hopped on and felt like I've been on this all week.
So wait, here's the question.
Granted, that's a me thing, that's not a mower thing, I guess, but it is it does come down to the mower as far as things being intuitive. And like the things, even the dealer pointed out he didn't like this,
Yeah.
because you have to like pull it up or something. I literally said, snap it and go. Like,
Snap it and go. You don't actually
be-
need two
and
hands.
don't be hasty to latch it. Let it do its thing. Like,
Yeah.
slow is when you feel it latch down, you're done.
Okay.
You want to put it back down to your height, give it a little snap. So that was the only thing that I'd seen people complain about. Well, I'm sure people complain about all sorts of stuff because people like to complain, but legitimate things I've seen is people don't like that design, and I don't have a problem with that.
All right. So here's the real question. Was it worth buying the Maverick, or would you run all Revolts?
I've said many times as a tool for every job.
It's worth having a sit down.
I feel like you, granted, this is answering for you, I guess. You seem very fluent and comfortable on your sit down Toro.
Yes.
So I feel like from you to go from that Toro, me knowing that machine, to hopping on this, may be a huge adjustment. And
Right,
it may be
right.
for the better.
Right.
You may like this more, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out with more mowing.
But now, my last question is, if you get off this, right? You got this Bad Boy Revolt 61, and you're smiling like this. Do you think the new X that they brought out could really be that big of a difference?
I'm sure it is, but it's also going to come down to the price point, because I know some information about the X or XL, whatever.
I forget what it, I thought. Yeah, whatever. it is.
The new.
The new.
We should probably figure that out if we're going to talk about it. But but anyway, I know enough of like the upgrades about it, but I don't know price point yet.
Okay.
I don't know if that's even released yet.
Right.
So if this is, what was the tag on that other one? 93.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
With this, 61 with the, I don't even know how many horse Kawasaki EFI. So call this $9,500 bucks. Well, if their answer to the more commercial of like a ZK or the Ferrises or whatever with the XL, if that mower winds up being closer to their prices, like the $14,000, $16,000 mark,
Yeah.
I would still probably be likely, because I'm I don't want to say I'm cheap, even though I am, but it's kind of like I said, like I would rather buy 2 of these at just shy of 10 grand
Yeah.
than 1 at 16.
Yep. Okay.
But
So this is exciting.
I am gonna try one, but I am already like turned on to this mower.
Yeah.
Like I already.
So this is exciting. We'll see how much more exciting we can get here in the next couple weeks.
Well, I'm interested to mow other terrain with it. Like this is
Right,
pretty
right.
straightforward.
Yeah.
But as far as the ease of control, the speed, the rider placement, one thing I will say, and I think it's probably I'll get used to where I'm kneeling, is I keep putting my knee in like this gap right here.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like a hole. It's like hard right there.
Oh, yeah.
But that's probably an acquired thing. Like once I get used to standing in here, I'll stop doing that. Like, hey, it hurts when I go like this.
Don't do
Stop
that.
doing that. So if I keep finding myself putting my knee in that crack,
Yeah.
maybe I'll learn to stand so that I'm not putting my knee in that crack.
No, that makes sense.
That's the only
That's the biggest thing in your first 5 minutes.
15 minutes maybe. But I would like to see it on some hills and some different terrain.
Well, that's our next one.
Next up,
We have some hills, so let's go
hills.
try it out.
All right.
Good morning, YouTube. I am on my way to drop the Duramax off. If you saw the video a couple days ago, Joe struggled a bit trying to put the new rotors on in the driveway. So we're shipping this truck to our good friend at B&S Diesel over in Bosquen, New Hampshire. He does everything, cars, not just diesel, does the New Hampshire undercoat. This truck's actually gonna get that while it's there. And so I'm headed to drop this truck off, and then we're gonna bring the Revolt out for day 2, a full day of mowing, see what it's capable of, see when we put it to the test how it really does. But I just want to take a quick moment and kind of stop, take a minute, and just send all of our love and all of our prayers to everybody who is experiencing such devastation with Hurricane Helena. And even if you can't make a financial donation to help, just taking a minute to let them know that we're thinking of them up north, and like I said, sending all of our love and all of our prayers down south. like slipping and sliding down the hill. It's thick, it's wet grass. So I mean, it looks pretty good so far. Joe hasn't completely side hilled it yet, so I'll have him do that next, and then we'll check in with Joe. All right, you tried up and down, sideways, diagonal. What are you thinking? How to
First off,
handle?
I've been on this mower for under an hour.
Okay.
That's the experience I have on this mower.
Okay.
I've mowed this lawn for 16 years.
Yes.
Is that right? So in 16 years, I've mowed this lawn every direction, every pattern, diamond, this, that, the other thing.
Every piece of equipment.
Every mower we've ever owned, I've tried everything. Walk behind, stand on, sit downs. Every variation I've ever owned in 16 years has tried every variation of cut on this lawn.
Yep.
Not gonna lie, not gonna sugarcoat it or saying this just to make it sound good or whatever.
And hold on, this is not a paid thing. This
no.
is not. This is just a demo
This is
from
a demo,
a local dealership, and there is no incentive for us.
No
Okay, I just want to make sure
Bad
that's
Boy
clear.
sponsorship, nothing.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Honest opinion.
Hand on the Bible. This held this hill, especially on that diagonal up it, which is in my experience been the hardest angle on this lawn, is that angle there, especially over here where you're going up a hill, down a hill, and carrying a straight line without skidding.
Okay.
And I wasn't going slow, and this is wet.
Yeah.
So two things again, like I could have creeped right down and this would have just crawled nice straight. I might have cut the tire loose a couple times, but I was like hammering. I don't have this set on slow. I don't work that way. I am
You're all go.
to the floor, and that's it. And honestly, honest review, this mower is the best in 16 years I've ever cut this lawn with.
That's pretty impressive, especially for we can get this for under $9,000.
And we've had Wrights, we've had Dixies, we've had Toros and Husqvarnas and Aaron's and Gravely, and I mean we've had them.
Yes. And we're talking sit down, walk behind, stand on,
Right.
commercial,
X-Marks. We've had a handful of
prosumer,
X-Marks. Sit down,
consumer.
walk behind. Yeah, all of it. Not all of it. There's plenty of mowers out there, and there's probably one that's way better and whatever. But what I've run in this time on this lawn, hands down, this is the best machine for it.
All right. Well, that's an exciting way to start our morning.
I could say that due to the contour, you might do better with like a 54 here.
Yeah.
But overall, what we mow, the 60, I could have contoured that a little better possibly with a 54, but the 60 held it just fine as well. So.
Well, heck, I'm excited to see how much ground this can cover. Let's get this lawn finished up, and let's go put it on the cemetery.
Sounds great.
All right.
I'm excited.
calculated the risks. I feel like if Joe marks out a section in the wide open area, maybe you could try the Revolt for like 2 passes.
And if I ride with him.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh.
All right, well, we've seen what it can do. Let's have a little fun experimenting with a couple things. Cool?
Cool.
Cool.
Cool beans.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Cool
Woohoo.
beans.
Our head-to-head speed challenge. We have 4 mowers here. First one up, 61-inch Revolt against our 52-inch Right Standard B. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God. Are you the... That's insane. That's twice as fast. Twice as fast.
Bring me my next victim.
Next victim, we're gonna grab the Toro Titan.
Oh, that's going down.
Going down.
Hard.
Okay, Revolt versus Titan. In 3, 2, 1, go. It's the same thing. No comparison. Hands down, the Revolt. Let's see if the Maverick can hold its own against the Revolt. I think it'll be closer, but it's still a little smaller. I don't think it'll win. All right, Harvey's pulling up, getting ready to race. We have the 61-inch Revolt, the 60-inch Maverick. And 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, Harvey's wheeling. Oh, I think Joe's just barely pulling ahead, but it's much closer. I wonder if they're going to see how fast they can turn around. Oh, they're going for it. They're going for it. Ah! Joe's going to take it, but I mean, not by a whole bunch, by like a mower, half a mower. I'd say maybe a mower. A mower's length. Well, that was fun.
We're going to be close, but I didn't know Harvey was going to jump the line.
I'm not jumped on.
Oh, you definitely did.
It's the real test. Harvey, let's see if you can break this mower.
Yeah.
Why don't you give it a spin, and then we'll get Joe's final thoughts, Harvey's thoughts, and then we'll call this, we'll wrap this up. All right. What? Hurricane
Harvey has mounted the Revolt.
He's cruising. Look at them straight stripes, them wheel marks. Wheel marks for our buddy Doc. Look at them two bad boys. What you think, Harv?
We need 3 of these.
You like it?
We'd get island chores done in like half the time.
Right?
Hey, a couple of us holding your drink.
Moxie
After all the racing
for the
and
win.
bouncing.
All right, Joe. So
that's-
how'd it go at the other cemetery at Lakeside?
It went amazing, honestly. I didn't look at the exact time, but I have a real good idea of that outside field area where you had the drone footage.
Yep.
With you on the Toro, I feel is about an hour
Okay.
out there.
Yep.
I know last time I I did it, and I did it on the Maverick, and I cut that hour to like 40 minutes or so. I'm pretty sure I did it in just over half an hour on this.
Yeah.
Which
I would agree.
ground speed is as we just saw, very similar on these two, but that's still more maneuverable than that is.
Yeah.
More like nimble with stuff. And again, that's just that's comparing a sit down to a stand on, so that's not apples to apples necessarily. But as far as for what we do with them, these are amazing.
Okay.
I'm learning that very quickly. And I know
Need
at the
3 of
last
them.
cemetery, I don't know what the race results looked like of that versus like the right. Which again, the right's not apples to apples because
Right.
it's a smaller, it's a 52-inch deck. It's their smaller, like entry-level machine sort of deal.
And it's more or less built to be wicked nimble and fit into, like, that has its place.
Right.
But this, which is where, so I'd like to see how a 54-inch or a 48, I don't really use 48s anywhere around here, but even a 54-inch would probably be as nimble as that and more planted like this. Because
Right.
these are wider, bigger tires, whatever. Anyway, not apples to apples, but just our equipment. In the cemetery, I looked over at Harvey and grinned because we were like coming up to like finishing in the same spot. And we both started a row. And I know I couldn't even go full bore because there was a bunch of settled areas that I was like motocrossing. And I went down, turned around. I was coming back when he was halfway down, and then I'd make another pass. I was almost there when he was at his other end. So I made like almost 3 passes to like 1.5 of his. So it was almost twice as fast.
Yeah.
And obviously the deck size difference. This is 60
Right.
52.
Right.
But just ground speed wise, everything. If I can do 3 passes, if it's twice as fast, it's not going to cut the time exactly in half. But if this takes an hour to mow, I should be able to do it in like 35-40 minutes on that.
Yep.
Versus what we've normally been mowing an hour. Clearly, there's a lot of things that I love about this. I'd buy 3 tomorrow. I will point out and be honest. I think I may have said something about it already.
Earlier yesterday.
yesterday.
Or in the beginning of the video.
I can kind of show you right here. This crack between, I'm going to call these the bolsters and the like front pad. In this gap, you can feel that right there is hard. That's like the platform 3/4 plywood or
Okay.
whatever that it's on, right? With that gap being there, or there not being more cushion in this little corner, what I keep finding I'm doing, and actually when I say that, this knee is sore because I keep smashing my knee on that hard spot.
So what would you suggest?
I would just suggest like maybe a little more material here, and this all is like one cover, so you're not pushing in that gap because I keep slipping in that. Yeah.
So either there needs to be more material in here to avoid that, or this all needs to be one piece.
Right, one piece with like that radius in there.
Yeah.
Cover. Something could change. And again, would that keep me from not buying this? Absolutely not. Am I trying to like make myself ride it so that I don't do that? Yes. Am I still doing it? Yes. But I'm also on very rough terrain,
Yeah.
bouncing around. I am like full bore, like don't slow down
Full
for
throttle.
nothing, and I'm leaning, I'm bouncing, I'm whatever. So probably a lot more noticeable for me than, somebody that's just mowing nice grass or kind of cruising along. But that is something I point out. Another thing, and this is more of a Kawasaki thing, probably, is just because it's so fast and you can fly over rough terrain, which again, people probably aren't going to do, but I am, so I noticed it, is that.
Right.
So I don't know, like it's rubber mounted, so it's probably not a huge issue. I just see that as down the road, if that's going like that, I could be wrong. Maybe that's why it's rubber mounted and the hose is rubber, but I just look at that and I'm like, man, is something going to fatigue and break?
Like, I wonder if it would be better if it had 2 mounts or 2 holders,
Again,
not one.
being honest, I didn't even notice that it was rubber mounted until now. So that's probably the reason it does bounce around.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably a null and void.
Yeah.
That probably doesn't matter. Now that I just checked that out right now.
So what are
my only complaint then?
is that just
So
an
far.
improvement on...
And I have, a few hours on it? Couple hours on it?
Yep.
A few hours. I'm, It's just shy of 6 foot, 235 pounds. This platform has held me well. I'm sure this is a newer model that has the second generation update pucks down here.
So final words, what did you love about it? What you think? I mean, Harvey said 3. Should we buy 4? I mean,
yeah, why stop at 3? Oh, I would. Right now, what do we have? Well, we have 4 mowers with us and 2 at home. One's down for the count and one's a backup that'll be for sale. Actually, probably everything that's not orange
is going for sale.
If it's red or yellow, is probably saying bye.
Yeah, I think that's where we're headed.
But
so what's your top 3 things about why you love it? And then
the
end
speed,
the video.
The stability, like this thing is planted. It's a tank like, because I messed around on some hills that you guys probably didn't even see, like the side of the road and everything.
Oh,
and
right.
It hangs hills so good with these tires, the rider position and that weight transfer. And I said it at the first lawn there, second lawn on the video, whatever it was, how well it did with side hills and everything. But I tried it on some more stuff. I did have some more time on it, and I'm still just amazed with how well it holds the ground. So the ground speed, the cut quality, I compared the Maverick to like the Toro as far as similar. I've always said they're about similar. The Toro might have had a slight cut advantage over the Maverick. But this is a different deck than that. So this deck here, I feel outcuts anything we own.
Okay.
This has a really good cut quality, and I'm going full bore on straggly stuff. And even this morning, this motor, this deck, this combo, that thick, tall, wet grass wasn't bogging whatsoever.
Yeah, that's one thing that I was going to ask. Would you, once you had one of these, do you think you'd ever go to a smaller motor again?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that they have. I don't even know what this is. I keep calling it a 28, but I've looked at so many.
That, I think, ain't it?
I don't know. I'd have to look up what a.
We'll look it up, and I'll just throw it on the screen.
1V Evo. It is EFI, but I'll tell you, it has
28.
all sorts of power. Could not get it to bog through like 8-10 inch wet, thick grass.
Yeah.
Up a hill. Any of the other mowers, I mean, you'll get them to bog. These like 25 horse or whatever, you'll get them to bog just driving up the hill. Never mind cutting wet, thick grass. So very impressed with everything and every option this is outfitted with. I still would be open and want to try like a 54 with whatever engine options they have on those.
Yeah.
Because we do plan on having a bad boy fleet.
That's what we're talking about. That's what's in the works for next year. We love them.
The way this is outfitted right here, perfect for what we do. I'd say if you're looking for a more all around, you might want to step to a 54, but.
All right. Well, Bad Boy Mowers. Well, this has been fun. Thanks, Harvey, for playing along, joining our challenges and trying out this mower. We really appreciate, again, Noxlands, Mike from Noxlands, letting us demo this mower. And I hope you find this video informative. I hope, if you have any questions, you throw it in the comments and we will try to answer them best we can.
A question. Not a question, but a comment.
Okay.
That is another thing. We do like having a couple sit downs in the fleet, and as impressed as we are with the Maverick, I'm wondering if we may also get onto a commercial,
Doesn't Mike have one?
He has a Rogue there that may.
He has a used one for sale. Maybe he'll let us try that one out. We'll see.
Maybe, where this one's essentially brand new, sell it and get onto a Rogue or something. But
yeah,
so plenty of options, but the only options I'm looking into are
Bad Boys.
All
right, YouTube. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time. Peace.